That's the tour I'll be doing momentarily. The Discovery Tour. Natural Bridge Caverns. This place has numerous attractions. They have zip lines. Different zip line towers they have. I'm not doing a zip lining right now. Just wanted to give you a little show of it. Alright, they just made the announcement. The tour will begin shortly. So I'm in the waiting area. See some of the other smaller little caverns. We won't be going in this, just want to show you to you. We do have some rules. Temperature 70 degrees, humidity 99%. That's really high. I'm from Florida, so that's not unusual for me. So do not touch or damage formations. No smoking, obviously. No food or drinks. Rubber sole shoes recommended, which I'm wearing. Again at Natural Bridge Caverns. About to go on the tour. This is the lower part. We'll be heading down here.
Right down here, we'll be beginning our tour shortly. The sinkhole was once theorized to be the large upper room of the caverns, until weathering and erosion caused it to collapse, an estimated 5,000 years ago. So early farmers and ranchers have known about the sinkhole. They kind of lived around here, and so they've kind of known about it for a long time. But it wasn't until the 1960 that 4 explorers from St. Mary's University Grotto in San Antonio were allowed to explore the caverns. On their 4th trip down, on March 27, 1960, they discovered a 120-foot long crawlway, which led to 2 miles of caverns, which is what we will be touring today. Except we'll only see a half mile of the caverns on our tour. So these on their 4th. All right. So sorry about that. The tour. We began renovation on the caverns in 1963, and it was completed on the day our first tour went down, on July 3rd, 1964. Oh, that's a big thing. Over on these 2 plaques here, we had dedicated to the 4 explorers on the lower plaque. The lower plaque was dedicated on August 5th, 1964, shortly after the cave opened to the public. It was dedicated by Governor John B. Connolly. The upper plaque there is dedicated to Mrs. Heidemann, on whose property the sinkhole was originally on, and without whom none of the cave exploration would have been possible in the first place. And we wouldn't be able to go on tour without Mrs. Heidemann. So before we head into the cavern, I would like to go over some rules with you. First off, do not touch anything, except for the air and the floor. But when it comes to formations, please don't touch any of them, because it will not only stunt their growth forever, and it will prevent them, the oils that we have in our skins will prevent them from growing any taller. But also, it could lead up to a 3rd-degree felony for you. So I'd advise not to touch any formations. Also, to protect the cavern, there is no food or drink allowed on tour, aside from bottled water. If you have any food or drink, please dispose of it in the trash receptors behind you. If there's any more trash on tour, please throw it away in the trash bins that we'll have available. Also, speaking of throwing, please do not throw any coins into the water that we have in the cave. All right, so before we head down, I'd like to let you know that the cavern is 70 degrees all year long, and that it is a 99% humidity. Also, the tour is one way, and we will be going 180 feet, or the equivalent of our 18 buildings down, and also 180 feet up again. Also, the trails are steep and wet, so please hold on to the handrail. We recommend wearing good rubber-soled shoes that are comfortable to walk in.
I'm making you very nervous. That's the 4th tour.
We're going to head down into the caverns, and I'll collect your tickets at the gate.
So please forgive her.
If you'll follow me.
Waiting for the rest of the group. Isn't that cool? So we're still working on that.
if you'd like. Now we have entered the first room of our cave. This is called the Bear Pit, and it is 45 feet below the Natural Bridge. It's called the Bear Pit because we have found a 5,000-year-old bear leg right here in this room, and also an estimated 8,000-year-old bear jaw also in this room. But that's not the only wildlife we've seen. The first explorers, when they traveled into this room, went down into the raccoon room, so start over there, and we'll pass on the way down. They traveled hundreds of feet through some tunnels until they found a dead end and a family of raccoons. The raccoons have now left, but still the name stuck, which basically says you can't touch anything without getting a felony in here.
Raccoon rooms. We passed through the humidity doors. Which keeps it nice and humid in here. Wow. Oh my gosh, look at this. Wow. Wow, this is awesome. I'm really, really low. Gonna duck my head. Gotta duck my head. So these caverns are very, very narrow. Wow, look at this.
I remember when I came in here when I was a kid that somebody had touched it, right? There's a part that they had touched it, it's all black.
Well, I know the ceiling is... Okay, so now we've entered the second room of our cave. We are in Pluto's interim, and it is 108 feet below the Natural Bridge. As you entered, you might have noticed that it exits to Discovery Crawlway. This was the crawlway that the original discoverers and explorers went through to get into the rest of the cave. So, released into the air once more, and the water mixture continues to flow or drip and to form many formations or speleothems that we can see in the cave. So, as I said, the speleothems can form either by flowing or dripping. The dripstone obviously by dripping. So some types of dripstone would be stalagmites, stalactites, and soda straws. So a stalagmite is when
This is our fourth time.
The water drips and deposits calcite on the ground. It grows up and might reach the ceiling. An example of a stalagmite would be this right here. If the calcite drips from the ceiling, it can hang down and form a stalactite hanging tightly to the ceiling. If these two meet in the middle, they can make a column. One would be right there. Almost. It almost connects, but not quite. The soda straws would seem to look like stalactites. However, they are thin tubes of calcite that water can run through. You could actually drink soda out of them, but it would kind of taste a little bit like a third-degree felony, so I wouldn't recommend it.
Heading down. Wow, we gotta lean in and down. If you're really, really tall, you're out of luck.
Good thing I'm not like 6'5".
Really, really tall people, man, they be banging their head on stuff. Oh, wow. This is gorgeous. Oh my God, this is gorgeous. Wow. Look at this. Oh, wow.
Also some great spots for taking photos over here.
Look Hopefully there is lighting down here. Look at this one, man. Connects all the way from the ceiling to the floor. Look at that. Just imagine how long it took some of these to form.
Alright everyone, as we make our way to the roof, there's some great photo opportunities down here. Also there's some seating, if you'd like to take a seat.
It's called Fairy Castle. Kind of looks like a castle. Really cool. See the moisture on some of these still.
Take a picture. Get down a little bit so you can pick it up.
You do.
It's not like what they would have seen in Sherwood Forest.
Sherwood Forest, cool.
Some other formations besides the trees that we'll see in this room are broomstick stalagmites. These are tall and thin and will give us the picture of a broomstick, an example of which would be right here. It's formed this way, it has basically a drop hits it in exactly the same place every time. As it hits it in the same place every time, it'll grow taller but never any wider, giving us the impression of a broomstick. Our second tallest column can also be seen in this room. This is called the totem pole. It is 32 feet tall and 8 inches in width. Alright, so if you'll follow the totem pole all the way up to the ceiling, you can see different cracks in the ceiling. These are called joints and can kind of help explain how the caverns were formed in the first place. So basically, thousands of years ago, there was a warm, shallow sea or a lot of water covering Texas. So this water helped the dead plants and animals to compact to form layers of sediment or strata. So
Try and get a little better view of the fairy castles.
Yeah, this is what this big formation is.
Just awesome, man.
Oh, yes. That's probably, yeah.
Heading up a steep incline. All the while water's dripping. Just along the ceiling. Wow. Explains why everything's all wet looking. Oh, wow. Castle of the White Giants and Bomb Burst. It's the signs that are on these things. There's running water.
alright everyone, I'm going to go and get started. Right now we're sitting in the Castle of the White Giants. It is called that because of these three giants right related to the castle. We also call it the Room because it is 150 feet below the natural bridge. It is 250 feet long and 50 feet wide and 50 feet tall. Let's start with the first white giant right here. This is called the Watchtower, and it is our tallest column windows. They also thought that this second stalagmite here looks like a landlord looking down on them, hence the name Mountain of the Landlord. Also, our last formation is the King's Throne. I personally think it looks more like a jellyfish. Alright.
Does look like a jellyfish, it absolutely does.
We have a chandelier right there.
Tentacles hanging down.
On this chandelier here, we have something that we like to call the big. If I were to hold a light up to it, it would look like just as the name implies, bacon. Because of the stripes. So these orange stripes are actually caused by humic acid, which is from carbon dioxide. This humic acid can actually help determine the climates of the past. It's also what colors this formation right here. Although it is called bacon, I wouldn't eat it because it would kind of taste like a rock and appear to be filmed.
Better look at the king's throne with the jellyfish above it. This is Grendel's Canyon. Be heading up these stairs in just a second.
Wanda's back there taking pictures.
No, my battery's dead. Oh, damn.
Solo. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's called the chandelier. Obvious reasons. Here's called Emerald Lake.
No, that's all.
Just for the water below. This formation looks sort of like a dragon's head. Not sure how well it's going to show up on film, but got two eyes, single horn sticking up. Really starting to feel the humidity in this place. Get a little spot here to get your picture taken. I got my picture and we'll show it later. Following along through this little cavern. Wow. All I can say is thankfully there are lights in this place. I would not want to be going through here with an old lantern or a flashlight. In here with a flashlight and there's no lights before, battery dies, you're on your own. Trying to feel around. And back when they first found this place, it didn't have handrails and nice, smooth walking trails.
Okay, and we're standing in the bottom of it right now. This room is 135 feet long. It is, 135 feet below the surface. It is 350 feet long, 100 feet wide, and 100 feet tall. As we go in, we'll be able to see lots of different formations, and one of which is called a fried egg. A fried egg is formed when a drop of water drops to a very high height and hits a stalagmite right in the center. It will cause the center of the stalagmite to be more dense and kind of attain a yellowish color, while the outside of it will be more white and kind of spread out further, giving us the resemblance of a fried egg. I'll point out some to you on the way up. There will also be a sign that can point them out. As you came in, you might have noticed the exit to Grendel's Canyon.
Okay.
And as you can see, it is nothing but mud and mire. Alright.
Alright, waiting my turn to go up the final incline, up the steep stairs. Showing you one last look of the bottom of the last cave we will be exploring today. This is gorgeous. You see the incline. This is not stairs. This is just basically a smooth surface you gotta walk up. Really feel it in your calves. That's the reason why people in wheelchairs are not permitted, unfortunately. Look at the height of this thing. Wow. That's how massive this thing is. It's the fried egg she was talking about. See how far down we were. It's a massive, massive room. We are near the exit. And I know my video is not going to do this place justice. You'd have to experience it for yourself. Just about at the top. Just about at the top. That's how far down we were. When I'm at the top, this is the other side.
As you come in, there's some water available and also an observation deck. Alright, we have now reached the end of our tour. So, we're standing at the top of the Holly Mountain King. As you passed, on your right, you might have noticed a green light. I like to tell some people that it's tonight, but that would be lying. It actually marks the 1.5 miles of undeveloped caverns that we have here at on the Discovery Passages. A half mile of these undeveloped caverns are allowed to be explored in the Discovery Adventure Tour. You can be like one of the original explorers. If you'd like to find out more about the Discovery Adventure Tours, please visit the Visitor Center. So, as we are in here, we can see even more evidence of bats, as I pointed out in the interim. There's another bat roost, along with bat guano lining the walls and the floor here. Alright, so while we're speaking of bats, some of you may have heard of...
There's bat guano. Though there haven't been bats in these caves in over, several hundred years. And then back up to the cavern exit. So you can see this place is secured at night. You have steel gates with locks to keep people from coming in here when they're not supposed to be. Back up to the day. And as promised, here's my photo I got inside. Was $11, which I figured was worth it. Have some sort of memento of this place, the Discovery Tour. It's Natural Bridge Caverns. Alright everybody, I hope you guys enjoyed the Discovery Tour at Natural Bridge Caverns. I had a great time. I'm a little bit winded. The humidity in there was almost 100%, so I'm starting to feel that, but it's nice and cool out here once I'm outside. Started to feel a little bit better, but it was a hell of a workout, I'll tell you that. But it was fantastic. I hope my video does this place justice. If you're ever in that area, come on down here and check this place out. It is phenomenal. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.